You're listening to 2BBB Community Radio Bellingen, and today's story is about the Bellingen Growers Market, situated on the showgrounds just on the north side of the river.
I share my music, and before I arrived in Australia I played just for me in my kitchen, and now I grow up and I play in the market, in the street, and I did basking, so it's a good place for practice music.
$27.50 altogether, thank you.
Okay, this is the Mayfield Farm stall. Yes. Mayfield Farm Produce, and I'm standing with
Jessica.
Hi Jessica, what can you tell me about Mayfield?
Based at Hanani, we do free-range pork, beef, organic eggs and organically grown fruit and vegetables.
And are you part of a large family that's working on this farm?
It's mostly just my dad and my aunt, and I'll be doing fruit and vegetables soon.
You will be?
I will, yes.
So why organic?
It's the best way to go. Hard to do sometimes, but it's the best way to go. We don't use any chemicals at all. It's great.
And is this like a new venture for you, getting into fruit and veggies?
For me, yes. Yeah. The farm itself has been running for about 10 years, roughly, I think, yes.
And where are you?
Hanani, the other side of Dorrigo. Yes. Nice and cold up there. It's good for the pigs. They love the cold.
Do they?
Yeah. They handle cold better than they do hot.
So all your animals are free range?
Yes. We've got pictures here, shows all of them, and we will be starting lamb next year. It's great. Yes, I've got one left.
So you've got a little ice box back here in the truck?
Yes, we do. 2 of them. They'll keep everything cold for a couple of days.
Very convenient. How are they powered?
They're not powered. They're the same ones that the fishermen use. These were the only ones we could get certified for use.
How do you keep them cool?
Ice blocks. Bags. Works very well. My fingers are very cold, actually.
Is this the only outlet for your produce?
We do markets and we sell privately. We deliver locally. People email or phone orders, and depending on where they are, we can deliver.
And how do your prices compare to, let's say, a supermarket?
They'd be a little bit more expensive, but you get what you pay for. So everyone loves our meat. It's good.
I'm from 2BBB radio station. Hi, why do you like coming to this market?
Because the food is so great and because it's locally produced.
Why is that important?
Because it costs the planet a whole less if it doesn't have to travel thousands of miles to get to us.
How often do you come here every month that it's on?
We used to come more often when the children were little because it's a nice morning out with the kids, and now we come when we've got the time on a Saturday morning.
What do you normally buy?
Eggs, greens, and if there's a meat stall here like this, local meat.
Sissy, you're from IKEA Organic Farm.
We do organic farming, and we only sell at our stall what we grow ourselves. And it's absolutely 100% organic. And we love to do it because we also like to eat the stuff ourselves. And we only grow what we eat ourselves, more or less. But so we don't have much of everything. But we have quite a bit of a variety. Now it's sold out almost. You don't see, but when I come in the morning, I have quite a lot. And it goes very quick.
And where are you from?
Now, from Darkwood Road.
Darkwood Road?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thora.
Thora, yeah, but 18 Ks at Darkwood Road. 18.
Out in the wilderness?
Pretty much, but the most loveliest spot.
Yeah. So you and your husband?
Yes, yeah.
And how long have you been growing?
We do that, I'm here now in Australia actually for 10 years. We started in the beginning only with garlic, more or less, but that was not really the idea what we thought of organic growing. We sent it first to Sydney and Melbourne or so, but we wanted to do really organic growing, and so we wanted to have a variety, and with that you can't really sell it to the wholesalers. So we got the idea to do the markets, and we do it approximately now for 7-8 years.
And do you survive off your produce?
It's not easy to survive, but since we have the property and there are no debts on the property, but it's not easy.
But you enjoy the lifestyle?
We absolutely enjoy the lifestyle. That's why we actually do it. We love it. Especially my husband, he really is into it completely. He used to be a builder, and he can't imagine to be a builder anymore. He only wants to do organic farming.
So I'm now inside the hall at the organic markets, and I'm with
Sue.
Sue. You've got quite a large space here, haven't you?
Yes, our stall's more of a community stall. We have a few growers that all combine together so that we've got good variety. Yeah, it makes it actually much more user-friendly for the customer because they can find so many different varieties.
So it's different growers have all come together
Yes.
for this one stall, and you're in charge.
Yes, and we can see all our labels are named with all the different people that actually grow that product. Yeah. We have the colour-coded system where we have the green for certified organic and the yellow for chemical free, and then we have just for conventional local grown we have a red label. Yeah.
Is it hard to get certified?
No, it just takes time. Yeah. 3 years is usually the usual practice of waiting for your certification. You go from conventionally grown to what do they call it? I'm going blank. They call it in conversion. And then you are certified after the 3 years. Yeah, so.
Okay. And how do you split the profits? I mean, how do you know whose stuff is sold to who?
We have lots of lists. Yes, everybody gives us a list and then we just divide all the cash at the end of the day. Run to the bank. No, it's great. It's good. It's a good community type feeling. Yeah.
And you've got pretty much everything here, haven't you?
We do. And like usually if we don't have like the staples like carrots or apples, we'll buy them from the organic certified market. Okay. Yeah, but we try and sort of stick with most of local produce that's available and just keep the customers happy with local produce, which is what we want.
Do you go to other markets as well?
No. This is our favourite market. The only one to go to. Oh, except for Bulopi. That's a great market too.
And this store literally does have everything you can think of. Rocket, snap peas, coriander, kale, parsley, celery, eggs, green shoots, jams, chutneys, tomatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, cabbages, oranges, custard apples, bananas, tamarillos, turmeric, galangal, garlic, ginger. If you want it, you can find it here. Good morning. Your name is?
Gary.
Gary, and what are you pushing today at the markets?
As ever, the soap cakes. So, palm oil free soap. Make it here in Bellingen. We use local olive oil. Well, from Moree, so it's localish, New South Wales. Also use macadamia oil from Nambucca. Some local essential oils, lots of local other things included like beeswax, honey, some herbs from the garden. They all find their way in the soaps. But yeah, just soaps that make you look young, keep you young, look after your skin, that sort of thing.
So what's the big difference between soap that you make and commercially made soap?
Commercially, soap generally will dry your skin out. I mean, that's what a lot of people say. They say they can't use soap because it dries their skin out, and that's just because of they put in a lot of extra horrible ingredients, detergents, lathering agents, artificial perfumes, things to make the soap look whiter than it would normally be. Also, when you make soap, a natural chemical reaction is that you effectively create vegetable glycerin. but commercially that vegetable glycerin is then removed, so the soap is effectively reduced in quality because it's lost that goodness, and they sell you the rubbish that's left. So it's like comparing chalk and cheese, you know.
All right, and let's see, you've got a variety. You've got lava, turmeric and lemon, spiced orange, eucalyptus, aniseed and coffee. Is that like real coffee in there?
Real coffee granules that have... so the coffee granules are in there just for the colour, the swirl. And yeah, they've been passed through my coffee machine, so the coffee hasn't been wasted. You just use it afterwards. That one actually came about for a local bed and breakfast out in the Promised Land called Aniseed. And they wanted an aniseed soap, so that goes in all of their rooms. The guests often come by and go, oh, I know that soap. And similarly, 2 or 3 of the other ones, they all find their way into local B&Bs, yeah, local stores, Kombu, the greengrocer, Weave, yeah, and they support us and sell the soap as well, so it's good.
Well done.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, now your names are?
Wendy.
And Lucy.
Hi guys, and what are you selling?
We're selling organic granola. It's 100% organic, and I have three different flavours and 1 gluten-free flavour, and I also make some gluten-free bar and an energy bar. And most people just think granola is just a breakfast, that you have a breakfast food, but you can actually have it any time of the day. You can have it in your lunchbox as a snack. You can mix it through all your muffin mix, to add a bit of flavour, or I have a friend who tosses it through a salad for a bit of crunch, so it's very versatile.
What got you into doing this?
We were travelling around Australia about 5 or 6 years ago, and I just had a lot of time on my hands, and I decided I wanted to make some granola for my family while we were travelling, and it sort of just grew from there. And then when we moved to Bellingen, it was just a natural progression to try and sell it to the public, because everyone who tried it loved it. Yes. And I guess the beauty of having it here at the market is that every market that I have it here, it's made fresh, so it's made that week, so it's not stale, it's good ingredients, yeah, and it's great.
And what do you think?
Oh yeah, I think it's really nice.
Do you eat it a lot?
Yeah, I usually have it for breakfast or just after school for a snack.
You guys look like twins.
We have that often. Yes.
Why do you come here with your family and your beautiful wife, Mark?
Local produce, really. It's to support the local growers. Organic food.
Why is organic important?
Just to eat a healthy diet, really, and
to stop the insects, from all the good insects from dying. The sprays kill everything, don't they? So,
yeah, it's true.
And the soil, protect the soil.
And you've got little kitties here, so it's important for you to make sure that what's going into them is really healthy?
Absolutely. And we're brainwashing them, so they even ask people now if it's been sprayed when they eat something, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but they're doing it.
So what do you think about organic food? Oh, she's hiding behind Mum. She's going all quiet on us.
And the market's great for the kids as well, because they just run around and play while we can do the shopping and sit and chat and eat and drink coffee, and that's what I love about it.
What do you think about junk food? Do you like junk food?
No.
Why not?
I don't like because it's not good for you.
Ah, well done, Jack.
Why don't you tell them about that? What kind of food do you like?
It isn't made of a factory.
The propaganda's working.
Fresh food.
Well, here we have a model organic family here. Excuse me, madam. Hello, madam. What are you doing here, madam?
I'm a little bit of supporting my daughter as she's got her stall today, sherbet and eggs.
Oh, how nice.
Are you really recording? What do you do?
I'm 2BBB.
Oh, really? Well, I do confess I used to listen to it a few years ago because my husband had a show. He used to do Friday night, late Friday night.
What's his name?
Simon Green.
No, I don't know if I've met him. I don't think I've
a
met
few
him.
years ago, and I remember I used to enjoy listening. Oh, I think 2BBB is a great station. Cool.
What do you like about these markets?
I love the people, community. Everyone's friendly. You know lots of people when you come down here. It's a bit of a social event. Yeah. And the kids, I love, that the kids are running around having a ball. It's really safe for them.
Hi, I'm Phil.
Nice to meet you, Phil.
You are?
I'm Maxine.
Maxine. So Maxine, can you tell me about your stall? What's here and what's it all about?
Ethically, basically, we grow seedlings that are non-hybrids. We do that so people consistently have food in their garden. Everything here self-sows. Here for advice, so if people have problems with their soil or they're just starting off growing food, I try to sort of gear them a different direction depending on their abilities when it comes to actually growing anything. So consequently, you get those gardeners that know exactly what they're doing, and you get those that need a little bit of a help. So that's what we're here for.
So what's your background in growing?
Mine grew up in a farming community in the island of Jersey Channel Islands. Yeah, so basically everything had to be either imported from the mainland or we had to be self-sufficient, grow it ourselves. So when it came to food, that's what our family used to do, is just grow all the food for basically everyone on the island.
So you've basically been doing this all your life. It's just a natural progression for you to do this.
Definitely a natural progression. Best job I've ever had, and I've had a number of different employments. Fully qualified horticulturist, Organics 4 certificate. My husband used to be a TAFE teacher for the horticultural section in Coffs Harbour and also Padstow. So consequently I married my teacher, which worked out really quite well. And we just live on 5 acres and we amble around the outside of our little home and just grow food. Basically, it's what we love to do.
Must be a very satisfying life.
Yes, it is. And as you can see, I don't wear shoes because I just like to feel the ground. You can actually feel the temperature of the soil. And eventually you get to know what to grow when and where due to the temperature of the soil. Yeah, without just having to look around, you can feel it. Yeah, because certain seeds take certain germination temperatures.
So everything's about a couple of inches high.
Yep.
Have these plants come from your seeds?
Yes, and it's a full-time job. I'm 4 to 5 hours in the igloo and in the 2 greenhouses and the hardening off area every single day. I work 7 days a week. But because we're both the boss of our business, it doesn't matter. You can take a few hours off during the day. So you get up early, you've got jobs to do, so when you're full of energy and your vitality is really good, go straight out. That's when I sow my seeds, because I do it all by hand. Nothing's mass-produced. I don't have a seed sower. So especially with the lettuce seeds and some of the seeds that are very fine dust, first thing in the morning when I've got a lot of energy, and then sort of taper off by about 11 or 12. We're up at 5:30, mind you. So 11 or 12, go and have lunch, come back out, and then assess what we're going to do for the afternoon, because we have a food growing section, an actual food producing section as well that's fully mulched. We grow according to organic specifications, even though we're not certified, because that's just what we do. We don't want to eat chemicals. The seed, like I said, is non-hybridised, and I save a lot of my seed as well. We've got certain Mizuna, this one over here that you can see, which is a red coral. You can't buy the seed. It's been lost. But I was given some seed, so I grow it purposely to save the seeds so we don't lose it. And anyone who purchases any of the seedlings off us, I keep saying to them, let some of it go to seed so you'll have it perpetually in your garden. And a lot of customers come back and say, oh, look, I've always had trouble growing food and your seedlings are fantastic. I'm cropping. I'm actually going out every day. Nothing's in the crisper and I'm just grabbing what I grow. That's a lovely feeling. It's a good pat on the back, and when you go and actually look in the greenhouses of the morning or the standout area, all these little babies are sitting there and they're all growing, and it's just a wonderful feeling. It's like children growing up. That's why I call them my babies. They are my babies. Yeah, that's it.
Joanna, what are you selling today?
I'm selling the most beautiful Fuerte avocados.
You grow them yourself?
We do, down on the pecan farm between Bellingen and the Thora store. The place with the emus, that's how everybody knows it.
Okay. Yeah. And how many avocados would you sell on a day like today?
Gosh, I don't know about how many. I know I sell a huge, probably I would sell maybe 60 kilos. Yeah, about 60 kilos, yeah.
So that's a good day.
It's a very good day.
And what is it about your avocados that makes them special, do you think?
Look, they're chemical-free. They last for, once they ripen, they last. But they're also just the creamiest, most beautiful avocados I've ever eaten. And most people who buy them, and buy them repeatedly, say the same thing. So everybody happy.
This stall is Cowbells Macadamias from Bella.
That's right.
Yeah, you grow them out there?
Yes, I grow the macadamias there. Yep.
And it's your business?
Yes.
What was your name, sorry?
Justin.
So can you tell me about growing macadamias? Quite popular, aren't they?
They are in the Valor area. Yeah, there's quite a lot there. We've only got a fairly small farm, but only 800 trees. But it's big enough at the moment and keeps me busy. Yeah.
And what's the process of growing macadamias? Apart from letting the tree grow.
They start flowering about now, and then grow through till about they start harvesting in April, around about April through to September, October.
And do you pick the nuts off the tree, or do they fall to the ground? How does it work?
When they're ready, they fall on the ground and you harvest them off the ground. Yeah.
You don't have to bend over and pick it up each macadamia, do you?
No, I've got a harvester. Yes, did the first year, picked them up by hand, which is pretty hard work.
Oh, no. Yeah. And then what happens to them? How do they end up in this packet?
Then they grow in a husk, then they have to go through a dehusker to get the husk off them and into a silo, and they get dried down, and then they go to the processing place and get dried down even more and then cracked and sorted. And yeah.
And what about the oil that you make? What's that process?
That's the oil is just the kernel, and it's just pressed to get the oil out of it. It takes quite a lot of nut to get a little bit of oil. Yeah.
So, standing at Gruber's Winery with
Wilhelm Gruber.
And what are you selling today?
I'm selling wine, honey, pickles, relishes, passion fruit. Whatever I grow, that's what I sell.
How long have you been doing this for?
For about 3 years commercially.
And before that, you were just making it for yourself?
Just farming around, trotting around the farm like everybody else most of the time.
Yeah. So you enjoy the farm lifestyle?
Yes, it's very nice.
Yeah. And whereabouts is Gruber's Winery?
Out of Maxwell, west towards the pub with no beer, about 15 kilometers out of Maxwell.
Oh, okay. Is it hard growing grapes in this area?
Well, the weather doesn't help much, but if you have the reasonable area, you can grow it quite nice.
And how many bottles of wine would you make per vintage?
It depends. I'm only starting now. Most of the grapes are in the early stage. It's only probably 2 or 3 acres what I'm producing. But we're trying to achieve the maximum out by intensive cultivation of the land. My grapes are all covered by nets.
Oh, okay.
The reason is birds.
Yeah.
They clean out the grapes just like that.
I'm now here with Max, who is selling stuff you can read. Is that correct, Max?
Oh, yes, selling second-hand books and some cartoon books and by a local author, and a book of essays, and the Flying Fox book by Viv Jones, various Buffhead paraphernalia, and of course the Bellingen, the fridge magnet.
Oh, Buffhead. What's Buffhead all about?
Well, this is Buffhead, the cartoon character. He was originally done from 1940 to 1970 by R.B. Clarke, who was a Sydney-based graphic artist. And it used to appear in the Daily Mirror 7 days a week, also in Truth and Sportsman. And he is the reason why Australians use the word Buffhead.
Oh, he is?
Yes. Because he was an inane fool who was always getting hold of the wrong end of the stick, and hence we use the term Buffhead.
So what's your story, Max? How come you're here doing this?
Well, I like doing the market, and I love selling books, really, and I love selling what I've got here to sell.
So you must be an avid reader.
Have been all my life, yes, without a doubt.
What are the benefits of reading?
Oh, benefits of reading are immense. reading will help anyone in so many ways to have a sharper mind, to learn more about the wider world, to amuse yourself, if it's comic writing, inform yourself, and help you go to sleep at night as well.
So as a reader, are you a writer as well?
I have written a bit. I've written several radio plays for ABC Radio, which have been produced and broadcast over the years. I've written a couple of things for stage, which have been done as well. That's about it in terms of actual production or publication.
Yeah. And I've bought a book off you today too. I bought The Book Thief. That's a very famous book, isn't it?
Currently, The Book Thief, I meet an awful lot of people who've read it and loved it. Yeah. I haven't read it myself.
Yeah. I look forward to it. Thank you very much, Max.
Thank you.
And that was some of the people, stallholders and buskers from the Bellingen Growers Market. Just another story from 2BBB.